Welcome back to BallySpring Farm. And I haven't been on BallySpring for a very long time. I've mostly been on, I was doing a bit of Bell and Craig for a while, and then I went to Arley Farm because that's the one that I've got the 3 farmateers going on. But I'd given this one a rest for a while because I just played it so much, but I felt like hopping back on it. And the reason I felt like hopping back on it is this is the only farm where I've got more than 2 tractors. So I've actually got different tractors to choose. So for that thing about the controller being on, that's my steering wheel, and I forgot to turn it on before I started recording or anything. Now, I'll show you a couple of things we're going to do on the farm today. So I had a quick look, I looked around for 1 minute first to see what was happening on it, because it's been so long since I played it I couldn't even remember where I was up to. So I'll show you something. To start with, you'll notice the 1st of November. So we're doing 2-day months on this map because we have to. We can't do 1-day months on this one. The cows eat too much if we do. But all of the cows are in the summer paddocks still up on the hills. I need to move them down off the summer paddocks into the winter paddocks before winter time, because I haven't got any tractors powerful enough to get up the hill with a full feed trailer on the back. So if I don't get the cows down off the summer paddocks, they'll starve to death over winter because I won't be able to get up to feed them. I want to show you something else first. Now, if we head down here to the main drag, actually I should turn my lights on because it's still quite dark even though it's 9 AM now. Now you'll notice that we've got the farm store here, which we put out on the main road, and if you look at the number plate, you'll see, let's hop off there so we can see it better, and torch. You can see that that's PA Player Boys visiting my farm store. That's because he knows I grow, I sell the best vegetables in the area. I don't actually grow very much in the way of vegetables, so the farm store isn't really because of things I'm growing as much as it is I just like having a little farm shop there on the side of the road. But we have a slight problem here, and I'll show you here now. There's a couple of things we're going to do today. So we're going to move the cows down off the summer paddock. I'll do that on the video. All the paddocks are ready for a last cut before winter hits, so we're mowing some fields today that will probably be offline. Now, this paddock and the one next to it are both empty, and if we have a look here, you can see I can plant winter oats. Now I don't think I've ever done winter oats before. I've done the normal oats. I mean, it's the same crop. I've grown normal oats, but I figure if I plant winter oats, then by the time it'll be September next year, I think, by the time that they're grown ready to harvest. I could be wrong there, it could be July, but I think it'll be September. And if it is September, then after I harvest them in October, I'll be able to do winter wheat. I don't think I've ever done winter wheat before, so I'm thinking quite seriously about doing that. Now, there's another good reason to do winter oat, because if you remember rightly, and you may not because it's been quite a while since I've been on this farm, but this here, if we look on the number plate, I'll just hop off the bike again so I can show you. Okay, this is AK's place, if you hop on there, and that's his wife's hog, Harley Davidson. She let me have a ride of that once, which was quite nice of her. And next door to AK, of course, now not many people realise that these 2 YouTubers are next door neighbours, but next door, if we go up there and I can show you, you'll probably recognise the truck straight away, so you probably don't even need to see the number plate, but I'll show it to you anyway. This is Fury Machine Gaming's house. So yes, Fury Machine Gaming and AK are next door neighbours. Now, one of the problems is that if I go to the map for a second, so we'll go back up to the map here. Where are we? Yeah. So their houses are here in this green portion here. Okay, and so these 2 paddocks here, which are showing as a seedbed state now, ready to be sown. I can't sow sunflowers in those 2 paddocks. And the reason I can't do sunflowers in those paddocks is because every time I do, AK and Fury Machine Gaming jump over their back hedges and start stealing my sunflowers, picking them to give to their wives. So, although it makes their wives very, very happy, it means I keep on coming across bald patches in my paddocks every time I've done sunflowers. So, yeah, I'm thinking of doing winter oats, planting that today, and then either today or tomorrow. I've got 2 days in which to do it, and then perhaps winter barley, and then no, it was winter oat, wasn't it? I think from memory. We'll just go back and check there. Yes, it was winter oats. So I've missed the one day for winter barley. So we'll do winter oats followed by winter wheat, perhaps. Okay. Now, so I thought during this video we'll move all the cows and also feed the dog and the chickens. I can't remember actually. Oh yes, I remember where the chicken feed is now on this map. Now, just for the record, okay, neither Fury Machine Gaming nor AK would steal anything. They're very, very good fellas. I'd never steal anything. It's only for this story that I've come up with the story, but that they steal my sunflowers for their wives. Okay, so please don't accuse them of that sort of behaviour, because that sort of behaviour would just be absolutely beneath them in real life. So now, get off here, and I'm just going to grab some. Oh, almost out of chicken feed here. We're going to have to buy some more. The second to last bag of it. And, oops, that's not the right button. I meant to press L. So, to strap them on. L? I thought it was. Oh, there you go. Ah. Straps them on, okay. Oh, and before we actually feed them, because I've had more chickens being born, so let's go over, I think it's about there it is. So we'll get rid of these ones here. Sell those. Yep. Okay, that's good. So I like to, on this one I have 1 rooster, 8 chickens and 8 chicks at any given time, and so that keeps my eggs coming but not too quickly. Okay, now we can go and feed the chickens. Then we're going to move the cows down off the fields. Now because we're moving the cows down to different fields, one of the things I always do, and in fact I'll show you in a minute, let me just feed these chickens first and then I shall show you what we're going to do here with the feeding of the cows and the moving of the cows. So it's last one strap. Yeah. I'm gonna put that in there so I can get it at the right angle. Yep. See, because the feed trigger's actually slightly below the ground here, I believe. So you need to kind of. There you go. Okay. Get out of here. I need to grab the animal cane next for moving animals. Okay. Yep. Oh, the honey's coming along well there too. Okay. That. Okay, grab our animal cane. I always keep the animal cane there because it's quite small and easy to lose. If you always keep it in the same place when you're not using it, you don't lose it. You can always find it when you're looking for it later. Okay, so strap that on. Okay, so what you'll notice, if I go down to one of these paddocks first, it doesn't have cows in it right now, but that I'll be moving the cows to, because one of the things I always do when I move my cows, if we come down here I shall show you, so we've got a lot on today. We've got to plant our winter oats and also get our fields mown for the last time this year. Okay, so if I stop here and we come up to the food troughs for a second, when I move cows out of a paddock, I always fill up the food trough. So you can see that's got 11,250 of mixed ration, total mixed rations in it. So all the troughs and all of my empty paddocks are full. I always fill them up while the paddocks are empty, because what we're going to do now, we need to move all the cows from the winter paddocks to the summer paddocks. So, sorry, from the other way around, from the summer paddocks to the winter paddocks. So I'll come over here first. So I've got some cows in the home paddock here. Now this one I could leave cows in this paddock over the winter months, because obviously I can get to this paddock in the winter. The problem is the cows have eaten the grass down quite a lot, so I'm going to move them into another paddock where they've had a chance to grow anyway. And this makes a much better summer paddock, because this one's got easy access to the milking shed. And of course over winter the cows go dry, so they don't get milked so much. Where are we? Oh, cannot find the spot. There we go. So now I need to click on that. Yes, select 8, that's correct, yes. So move to trailer, yes. So it was only 8. That's, oh, hang on, I did that wrong, didn't I? Select, okay, yeah, 2, yes. There you go, there's 10. Yeah, I must have 10 per paddock on this farm, that's right. So now I've got 10 there in the animal cane. Okay, next trick, and I told you about this when I was showing you the cane mod, always make sure it's strapped on, because the same button you're pressing to collect the cows, which is R, is the same paddock that undoes the strap. So depending on where you're standing in relation to the trike, when you're pressing R to pick up the animal, sometimes you're unstrapping the cane at the same time. And if it, in fact, I can leave that gate open for now. If you take off on the trike with the cane not strapped down, it'll fall off and more than likely fall underneath the map. And when you, if it does fall underneath the map, when you go to, when you reset it, you lose all the cows. So it's a very, very easy way to lose all your animals, is by taking off on the trike with the cane not strapped on when it's full of animals. Okay, so do the same thing here. Pick up the cows. Now of course, I'll just grab these. Select. Move them all, yep. Excellent stuff. And is it still strapped on? No, it's not, so restrap it. And now we can take off again. Of course, in real life you wouldn't be carrying cows on your trike. Indeed, that's not how I'm treating it. I'm treating it as I'm herding the cows in front of the trike. Well, I'd actually probably collect them from the paddocks in a slightly different order, if that were the case, because there's no point in herding them up here. I need to bring them back down off the hill again soon. But it doesn't really matter what order I do it in, since it's got the cane bit. So I'm just doing it in the order that I get to the paddocks. I should have really done the opposite order, I suppose. So we'll grab the cows from here, and then we've just got one more paddock to grab them from. Come on. Oh, trying to find that trigger, the exact spot of it. Come on. Okay, no. What it might be. Oh, hang on. The trike might be a bit too far away from there now. Maybe that's better. We'll try that. Oh, stop with that. Okay. Come on. Sometimes I almost get to the stage of wanting to turn all of the trigger things back on so you can see where they are, because It can get ever so slightly annoying trying to pick them up like this. You can't see the exact spot you need to stand. I know it is on this side, isn't it? I have got the right side, haven't I? Yes, I have. It's the food side that I picked them up from. Oh, stop. Okay. Oh, come on. Oh, pretty sure I've got the right side. It's the water side. Oh, look at this too. So, that's why it's not working. Okay. It's the water side, not the food side. Okay. So let's jump back on and bring the trike over here. And then it will work. Okay. There we go. So grab those, select 10, yes, yes, yes. Okay, check it's still strapped on. Well, this time it is. Excellent stuff. Excellent stuff. Then there's a gate up here. Here we go. So yes, this hill that we're headed up, that we're pretty much at the top of now, this is the hill that none of my tractors are actually powerful enough to get up this hill in the snow, if it does snow, with a full mixer wagon on the back. Now, it doesn't snow every winter here, but I never want to take the risk of having animals starve to death because I can't get up here with food for them, so I always move them down to the summer paddocks over the summer months, and then, come on, here we go, select 10, yes. The bulls are the only paddock, the only animals that I don't, the only cattle I've got that I don't change their paddock, they stay in the same paddock all year round. Okay, so that's now got all my cows there. I might just, while I'm here, I'm just going to go and have a quick look up here. I think I've still got a gravel pit over there, but just don't recall. Do I? Or do I get rid of that? Let's have a look. Oh no, I definitely do. There you go, yep. So that's a gravel pit. The council has this land here, and they're digging out the gravel to make tar seal for roads. So that's what that's for. That's not my land, that's council land. I believe that they leased that paddock off the next door neighbour farmer next door. So I don't make any money from that because it's just the council's lease with the neighbour there. But now we can move all the cows down to our winter paddocks, which are more on the flat that we can actually get to with a tractor and feed wagon. Actually, if I was herding cows ahead of myself, I probably couldn't go that fast. I probably should have slowed down. I wasn't thinking so. So, getting it up this way now. And once again, I forgot to set my timer for this video. So, we'll finish this job, and then I'll see if that feels like it's about half an hour or not. But the next two jobs, so the next job after I do this, well, sometime before the end of winter, and I normally do it straight away so I don't forget, because these paddocks I pick the cows up out of, they are very low on food now. So instead of feeding the cows this morning, which normally I have to do that every morning because I've just moved them to paddocks where the food troughs are full, but what I will do instead is I'll go and fill up the food troughs in the winter paddocks, which of course is where the cows have been. Now select, and I want to move 10 into the animal husbandry, yes. Okay, so now the chain's still strapped on. I've got to close that gate again, so I'm not going to go back through that gate. Yep, so that's all good. So where we're going now, this, for anyone that's familiar with this map, this was 2 paddocks, and I have turned into 4 paddocks because the 2 paddocks that were there were both quite big. So I just turned it into 4 smaller paddocks instead. Yeah. and I've put a whole lot of new gates in as well as some new hedges. So all this gate and all this hedge was new. There's a fence down here to get into this paddock directly. A gate, so that's new. And then if I'll take 10 cows again. Yes. Okay. Go and check that my thing's still strapped on. No, it's not, and that's why it's always important to check that. And so as I said, that gate there's new. Then down here, this. Did I put this hedge here? No. Let's have a look. I don't remember. No, I think this hedge and this gate, I have a feeling, were already in the map. I think. I'm not 100% certain. Maybe I did put that one in. I don't think I did. I think that one was already in the map. But then down here I put another gate in down there, so that gate I put in, and then so we'll just unload these ones. Come on, thank you. Select, move, yes. And there's just 10 animals left in the cane. Now, there is one other thing, and this hedge down here, and this gate, I also put in, so I divided this field into two as well. See? Oh, the gate open the other way. Okay. Now, I'm going to show you one other downside to moving animals around using the animal cane. So, as I said, the main downside of it is just being careful not to accidentally lose the cane off the back of your vehicle that's strapped on. But there is one other, I suppose you could say it's a slight negative, but it's not a very big negative. No, we'll show you. I'll just unload these cows and then demonstrate to you. So select, move to husbandry, yes. So okay, all the animals are now in their new enclosures for the winter months down on the flat. I can get to them. But if we go now to the animal menu, whenever you put an animal in a truck or in a cane, because of course the cane counts as a trailer, it drops the productivity down to 0, and it will build up again over the next hour or two, but it does take an hour or two for it to build up after you take them out of a trailer or a truck. So I would assume that when it drops like that for an hour or two, it means you're going to get slightly less milk in that first day after you've moved them than what you would get if you didn't move them. Although, of course, during the winter months the milk drops down to, I can't recall whether it drops to 0 or just close to 0 in this game, but it definitely does drop. Okay, so now what we need to do next is feed the bulls, which of course we're not moving the bulls from one paddock to another, as I said. Then go and, that was a bit of a mistake. Then we have to go and top up the total mixed rations in each of the paddocks I've just emptied, so that they're ready for at the beginning of winter, at the end of winter, to put all the cows back into the bull paddocks. Okay, and then I've got to do the winter oats, which I think I'm going to do, and as I said, the last job to do in November, which is to mow the grass, get the one final cut out for the year. Now, jump on that. Okay. So we'll call that it for the video, because it feels like it's been about half an hour now, and as I said, I forgot to set my timer, so I can't be absolutely certain. But What I would recommend though, let's just kill the lights, kill the engine. Yep, that's cool. Do go and show PA Playboy, Fury Machine Gaming, and AK some love by watching their videos. Because if you don't, they might come and swipe some of your sunflowers for their wives as well. So I really, really recommend save your sunflower crop, go and watch their videos, show them some love that way, so that they don't come and steal any of your sunflowers out of your field to give to their wives. Okay, thank you very much, and goodbye for now.